Brandon here with your weekly update. All right, let's get to it. Stormlight 5 is at Bing 94%. We are getting really, really close on this book. My deadline is the 15th, though I spoke with editorial today, and they're recommending I stop and do another revision really quick in the middle of that. So we'll see. The deadline might get pushed back by a week because I might spend a week in revisions. This is kind of just whatever editorial needs from me. They want to keep material flowing through the editorial channels and things like that. And they can't do that until I have a 2.0 draft of a given chunk of the book, because I don't want to send them 1.0 because there's already things I know I'm going to change. So anyway, 94%. We'll see where we are next week. Skyward Legacy is at Bing 80%. Jancy is really cruising on that. And I'm excited to read it. I get to read it in January. So theoretically, that's when she'll finish it and hand it off to me. And I will start doing my revision on that while I dive into Stormlight revisions. I'm going to have a busy few months. Speaking of the Skyward series, Defiant is out. Surprise, if you didn't know. The fourth book of the Skyward series, and indeed the conclusion of the Skyward series, is out everywhere that good books are sold. So why don't you go pick up a copy and give it a read if you haven't. I think it's pretty spectacular. So Tor did their cover reveal of the Sunlit Man. Boom, here it is. We're showing it off to you. It looks really great. This book's taking just a little bit longer because we wanted to get the cover right. And it took an extra few revisions to get the cover looking good. But this should be coming out in a few months if you want to pick up the Tor edition, the wide release of it. And that will be, the last of the secret projects. I hope you're not all expecting 4 books next year, because there won't be. In fact, there will be 1 book next year, Stormlight 5, assuming that I meet all of my deadlines. December 7th, the Gallants in the UK and where they distribute exclusive deluxe hardbacks of the Stormlight Archive. They're right here. Those are coming out. They're quite pretty. I always have comments in my comment section about those of you in the UK and Australia and places complaining that the US gets all the cool stuff. Well, sometimes you do get cool stuff too, and these are for you. Speaking of cool stuff, our update from our store. As you can imagine, we've gotten a lot of orders over the last week. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, coming holidays, us having a big convention and a book launch. We're working hard to ship your items. And by we, I mean the wonderful people in the warehouse are working hard. Please be patient with us. We're going to do our best to get everything shipped out to arrive before Christmas. But our customer service is very busy. We will get to your tickets. We will answer you. But we appreciate just a little bit of patience. This is the busiest time of the year for all the folks in the warehouse. And they do a wonderful job, and they do get overwhelmed now and then, but they catch up. So a few of our products are out of stock. We are reordering some of our most popular items, but they won't be here for Christmas. Maybe a gift card would be what your Sander fan can have if they need something, until it's back in stock. This is just, we're excited that things sold out. That's wonderful. It's always a dance, though, to know how much of what to order. And we do our best getting the right numbers. And this time there's a few that sold a little better than we expected them to. So Doom Slug sweaters still available, but Mistborn sweater has been sold out in all sizes, I believe, which is pretty incredible. So our Kickstarter update. The December box is shipping out. That means your last box is coming your way. We should have them all out in the next couple of weeks. And in that, then my kind of thank you to all of you. You'll be able to find a little special video linked in that to kind of wrap it up. We'll post it for everybody eventually. But thank you to all of you, but you can watch my thank you as part of that subscription box. So convention update. Last thing on our list here is we had a convention last week, and it was spectacular. Thank you. I guess it was 2 weeks ago now. It was 1 week ago to me when I'm recording this, but it's 2 weeks when you guys are watching it. Thank you. We sold out, which is incredible. We had, by convention metrics, attendance, we've discovered how conventions track things. We had 10,000 people. That means 5,000 people each on 2 days. But the way that convention tracking goes, that's 10,000 people. So we loved seeing you all. We can't wait for next year. If you didn't know, we did announce Dragonsteel 2024. It's happening on a weekend this time, and 3 days, so Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And our book launch will be part of that. And we're still working out exactly which day the book launch is. We're talking to the publisher. This is an unusual thing. We're changing our book to launch during that time frame. Normally, all books come out all across the country on Tuesdays. That is just how it's done. That's how the distribution and stocking of books works. We're changing that because we want it to come out with our convention. And that's a kind of difficult thing to have happen. But we are most recently looking at having potentially a Friday launch. So that you would come to the convention, get your books on Thursday night, and have 2 more days of awesome convention going. That just makes it easier for those who aren't coming to the convention. This would be nationwide. Would not necessarily affect the UK launch. Theirs are on Thursdays, so theirs probably be the same, just maybe even a day earlier. We'll let the UK decide how they want to run things for themselves and the places they distribute. But regardless, that's what we're looking at. So as soon as we settle on a date, as soon as Tor approves it, they're an important part of this, so we want to make sure they're comfortable with it. We'll get a pre-order up for you. And as before, we look forward to seeing you at Dragonsteel. We are planning quite a crowd of you. Though if you want to get it Thursday night, you'd have to come to the convention. We do give them out basically at, what do? We do 10 o'clock? Yeah, we do midnight Eastern time is when we hand out our books, so that they're basically once midnight hits America, the mainland, we start distributing our books. Thank you all so much. It was a wonderful experience. I had a great time. It was exhausting, but we are back on the Stormlight V route now, and I will see you next week for another update.